the unfolded protein response, or UPR. What is it? What causes it? Why is it relevant? I'm glad you asked. The UPR is a series of events in a stressed cell that work to maintain homeostasis, a stable environment for the body. Let's get to the basics. All of the events take place in a cell in your body. The endoplasmic reticulum, or ER for short, is the main stage. The ER is a series of membranes whose job is to package proteins that are made in ribosomes on what is called the rough ER. The ER then complexly folds and preps the proteins for transport and use outside of the cell. The ER has a series of quality control proteins that assure that protein synthesis and transport are occurring correctly. This is where the unfolded protein response can take place. The UPR is a normal function of the body. It ensures that proteins are in the correct shape to be useful in the body. If stress-sensor proteins like PERK, IRE1, and ATF6 detect abnormally folded cell proteins, the cell has several signaling cascades to perform responses to restore ER homeostasis. IRE1 senses unfolded proteins in the ER lumen, the space between the membranes, and either activates a transcription factor that makes more chaperone proteins to help fold all the accumulated proteins, activates the endoplasmic reticulum associated protein degradation, or ERAD, which destroys the misshapen fold proteins, or if the damage is too extensive, leads the cell to apoptosis, or cell death. The PERK pathway inhibits transcription factors and therefore the formation of new proteins so that the ER has time to recover. ATF6 resides on the ER lumen where it can be transported to the neighboring organelle, the Golgi apparatus, and then cleaved off to be transported to the nucleus. There, it activates the expression of more chaperone proteins. In extended periods of stress, the UPR can get out of hand. When too many necessary proteins are backed up in the ER lumen, the proteins are actually toxic to the body, while also depriving the body of proteins that it needs to properly function. In neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's disease, markers on DNA for UPR activation are increased, leading to a more sensitive response or a collapse in neurons by expressing apoptotic genes. Based on this information, scientists can come up with new treatment options for other diseases like Parkinson's and even cancer. I hope you have a better understanding of how the unfolded protein response plays a role in our daily lives.